What's up, Trios Tribe? Bringing you guys a BT13 deck list. I don't do these too often, but I figured it'd be a good time to, post a deck list for a deck that I think has a lot of potential, and just like the ratios of certain things and the toolboxiness of it is really high value. And you probably know by the thumbnail and the title at this point, it's the Mirage Gaomon line with the burst modes and stuff. I think there's a lot of potential with this list, and I think definitely like trying to figure out the best ratios is just going to be a big thing. And I feel like when people put out deck lists out there, everyone starts like collecting the different ideas and stuff. So I don't know. Could be fun. I guess let's try to make it quick. So let's see if I can do the whole like spreading it out on the mat and showing all the cards all at once. So we'll start with the rookies. I think the rookies are pretty straightforward. There's no reason to like really finesse with them too much. We got 4 of the BT13 one, 4 of the BT11 one, and then 4 of the EX4 one. They're all just good. They all have like their own special way to deal with things. The EX04 gives you memory and extends your play. BT11 lets you search like a proper searcher, but it like trashes some of the cards, which is just kind of sus. And then just the new BT13 one gives you 1k DP inheritable. Sometimes it's the toolboxiness of it. This one gives you a little play extension. This one makes you bigger, and sometimes you need to be bigger. Especially like you're like in this list. I'm not. We'll get there, but there's no jamming in this list. But sometimes you just need to be bigger. You just need to be bigger than certain thresholds, and he helps you get there. For level 4s, also I think pretty solved at this point. I think 4 of EX4, and then 4 of the BT13 one. I don't think we need to be playing the BT11 one. The BT11 one isn't quite meshing well with what we're trying to do in the deck. So these two I like. BT13 plays you Thomas. You need Thomas on board, period. And BT or EX4 bounces a thing. So like just again with the toolboxiness of this deck, like this level 4 bouncing something is huge. This inheritable bouncing a level 3 is huge. And this one gaining you memory as the inheritable is huge. This one gives you 1k. So it's like we're getting these like little advantages in multiple different routes. So that way you don't need a specific route to get a specific thing out of your stack, right? Like I can get the memory from this, and then the 1k from here, and then great, or the memory from this, and then the 1k from here. Like it really helps you have like variety in your stack, and then like I don't know, again, the toolboxiness, and that's really what I'm trying to push for this deck. 2 hybrids, hybrid for game. You're playing Tamers. Hybrid for game has been a classic since BT4. Still the best way to win a game sometimes. Sometimes you just need the swing, and this deck gains you the memory so often that you're gonna have the memory for game plus memory boost hybrid for game. There's so many ways. Level 5s, this is where I start becoming unsure. We have 3 of the BT11 one, and then 4 of the EX4 one. The BT13 one is an interesting tech option if the meta ends up being a lot of like really blocker heavy, or like Machine Dramon redirect heavy, Black or Gray heavy. So this is probably like one of the first places where I feel like change is like really possible. The one on the BT11 one, there's a lot of times where you have the opportunity to miss timing with this one, but also giving your stack blocker is really nice. The DP can be really nice. So I don't know. This one's just straight up when attacking, gain 8 if your opponent has 8 cards in their hand, unsuspend, which is you don't miss timing on that, which is wonderful. And then return a level 4 to your opponent's hand, like this into this, and you start clearing boards like crazy. But yeah, I don't know. For level 6s, we have 2 of the new one for BT13. Again, the toolbox, I'm gonna keep saying it. Like just being able to bounce stuff, and this one bounces Tamers. Kind of good. And then it plays you another Thomas if you need it unconditionally, which the level 4 only plays it if you don't have one. This one just plays it period if something goes to your opponent's hand. So just good. So you want if you guys have played the deck at all, you know that you want all the Thomases on the board as you can get. And then for our real level 4 for the deck, we're playing, I played it in Blue Hybrid. We're playing it here. Yeah, BT13 Mirage Gaomon. This guy is so insane. Like, I really love this card. Like, it works so well in Blue Hybrid. It works so well now. Even better in this deck, obviously. It's the namesake of the deck. Being able to gain memory on your opponent's turn will forever be an insane mechanic going forward. We're going to start seeing it with like Metal Garurumon Ace, and this guy's kind of like the first Metal Garurumon Ace, and oh boy is he good. Oh man is he good. Oh, I love, and he procs himself when digivolving for the first time, so like, and he burns the security. Oh my god, so you can bounce a level 3, you bounce a level 4, and then you bounce a level 5. Oh, they didn't bounce a level 5. Draw your security and give me my effects anyway. Like, it's just so good. Oh my god. And then, you know, BT13, we go even further beyond and we play 3 burst mode. This is still like, you know, ratios matter. We can't play 4. 3 is pushing it, but you need to see it, because that oftentimes you find yourself in this deck winning in a single turn. Like, you can clear 5 different checks, 6 checks, if you have the right board state sometimes, and that's all you need is to just go into this guy, and like, if you do the hand looping properly with all your effects, you can swing like 4 or 5 times with just this card and then go for hybrid for game or something. Like, you just, like, it's wild. Options, I feel like nowadays memory boost is just too slow, but some games you just need to be able to find your stuff. And especially like on top of how, like, as I've been saying, this deck is so toolboxy that like being able to memory boost out the specific like inheritable or like when digivolving effect that you're looking for at the time, it's just good. You have to play it. You have to play it for consistency in the deck, even if it's too slow right now. I know in the future we're possibly getting the training cards, but we don't have those, so we're playing these instead. And then another slot on Miphion. Sometimes I just feel like this could just be Kakai's Breath and it would just be the same or better card. A little bit of glare, sorry, sun gods all over the place, you know. Full Moon Meteor Impact. So basically you can bounce anything to your opponent's hand, 1 Digimon, and then you gain a memory for every 4 cards in your opponent's hand. So oftentimes it's just a Kakai's Breath. If they have a what do I want to say? If they have a memory blocker, then rest in peace. We bounce the memory blocker instead, I guess. And then the security effect actually is just Kakai's Breath, which oftentimes I'm just like, maybe it should just be Kakai's Breath or Rattlestar. But I feel like we're returning to a format where like a couple security bombs, especially with this deck, like this deck can win in a single turn if you're set up. So having some security bombs or something in security or something to control the board just a little bit to slow them down, just 1 extra turn could just lead to game with this deck. So that's where I'm at. And then Tamers, pretty simple. We're not playing any of the Nicolai's just because the name Thomas H. Nordstein matters in the deck, so I want to see him as often as possible. For the record here, he is Nicoli. One of your Digimon with Gaomon in the name gains jamming at the start of the turn, and then when an effect adds an opponent a card to your opponent's hand by suspending this tamer, gain 1 memory. The memory control is nice. I feel like you're mostly thinking about this card because of the jamming, but I don't know. Like, the jamming just doesn't feel like it matters. Finding the time to play this card too, it's just so weird. And again, like, your level 4s are playing Thomas, this level 6 is playing Thomas, and sometimes, like, a lot of the times, like, if something's coming out of security, I want it to be a Thomas, right? I want it to be one of these things, because these are the ones that are going to let me go for game, whereas this one kind of lets me cheek out it lets me like cheek out like a swing with my rookie or something, which is just, really not what you, it doesn't feel like it lines up with what everything else is trying to do. But you guys let me know how you would change the deck. Let me know how, like, just comment below, man. Like this deck is, I think this deck has a lot of freedom to change some stuff, especially from the level 5s and up. Maybe even the level 4s can mix it up, but I like the rookies are set. Or down here, and like again, this rookie, this tamer options are up for grabs. Just feel, I don't know. You guys let me know. I'll let you know. We can just discuss it in the comments. So I just wanted to share the list. See you guys next time. Short video, right? Woo!